One spooky autumn night, our dear family dog vanished. We searched for a whole year, until he finally came back, but something was terribly wrong. He had been taken over by an evil presence, turning our happy home into a scary place. Get ready for a creepy tale about love, fear, and the battle again. I remember that day vividly. It was a cold, eerie evening when our beloved family dog, Max, disappeared without a trace. We searched high and low, put up flyers, and even offered a generous reward. But no one had seen him. Our hearts were heavy with worry, and each night we gathered as a family, hoping and praying for Max's safe return. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and eventually, a whole year had passed. The memory of our once happy home felt incomplete without Max's playful presence. We missed his wagging tail, his joyful barks, and his unconditional love. Each one of us longed for him to come back, to fill the void in our hearts. Then, one autumn afternoon, as the leaves tumbled lazily through the air, we heard a faint scratching at the front door. Our anticipation grew as we rushed to open it, and what we saw left us breathless. There, standing before us, was Max, but there was something different about him, something that sent shivers down our spine. His fur was disheveled, and his once bright eyes now held a sinister glint as he walked inside. We noticed a strange odor emanating from him, a smell that reeked of decay. He tilted his head, and a disquieting, guttural growl escaped from deep within him. We tried to shake off our apprehension, assuming that his time away had changed him some. But as the days passed, our initial unease grew into dread. Max's behavior became increasingly erratic, and we noticed his eyes would linger on us, cold and calculating. His barks turned into menacing snarls, causing us to shrink away in fear. We couldn't ignore the fact that Max was no longer the same dog we had lost a year ago. Our once happy home transformed into a sinister den, a place plagued by an unsettling presence. Strange occurrences became commonplace. Objects would mysteriously move. Photos with Max began to distort, and eerie whispers echoed through the hallways during the night, leaving us sleepless and apprehensive. We couldn't deny it any longer. Day by day, it grew harder to recognize Max. His physical appearance became more grotesque, his once shining coat now matted and dirty. His eyes, once a bright brown, now glowed with an ominous, otherworldly light. We feared for our safety and the safety of others. A sense of desperation took hold of us. The investigator arrived with an arsenal of supernatural tools, determined to uncover the truth behind Max's transformation. Upon his arrival, he could feel the dense, malevolent energy surrounding the house. He set up his equipment, his sullen expression reflecting the gravity of the situation. It was a race against time, as we could feel Max. As the investigation unfolded, the truth was revealed. Max had encountered a malevolent entity while he was lost, a vile entity that harbored deep resentment against humanity. It had latched onto Max, feeding off his innocence and love until it corrupted him. Our hearts sank as we discovered that we were no longer dealing with our beloved pet. In a crescendo of supernatural activity, the malevolent entity was finally expelled from Max, and he returned to us, trembling and scared. Our tears of joy mingled with the relief flooding our hearts. Max was once again the friendly, playful dog we remembered, his eyes filled with love instead of darkness. We learned a valuable lesson that day. Evil can take many forms, and even those we hold dear can fall victim to its clutches. But love, bravery, and confronting our deepest fears can triumph over darkness. Our family was forever changed by that ordeal, but we emerged stronger and more united than ever.